Howdy, folks. It is about 7 a.m. and the sun is just starting to come up and get bright in the sky. In fact, the moon is still way out over there. But I'm back at the Huxtable pumping plant on the St. Francis River because I have spent my entire week thinking about these dang carp and the fight they gave me. And I just love a goddamn good fight. And my shoulder doesn't hurt as much anymore, just the normal amounts of pain it has because I'm old now. So I'm back. Jacob's on his way here, decided to bring some backup to help me net these dang fish. He's also bringing his big cooler so we can actually fit some fish into something and take home, because I kind of had to leave a good amount of waste here last time because I couldn't get them with me. But we're gonna catch a bunch of those, stock up on some bait, and probably use the rest to fertilize some gardens around his house. But before we do that, since it's just first light, it's a good time to catch other fish. So we're gonna do some real fishing first before he gets here, and then we'll start our snag fest on these carp. All right, so I got my light action GX2 here. I've got it rigged up with my favorite 1/4 ounce black and gold rooster tail. The water's even lower than it was last time. I can get down on this step without soaking myself. That's nice. We're just gonna, see, something just hit right there. Gonna toss it out here, see if there's anything willing to eat. Hope we don't snag any of those dang carp again on this rod. Oh, that was a bite. What the hell? God damn it, that was a brand new lure I just tied on. Someone grabbed it and broke me off immediately. That was a great start. Luckily, I carry extras of my favorite little rooster tail. I'm gonna grab my fish grips and bring the net down a little closer. Can't believe that I would get broke off that goddamn quick. That was just ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. I don't even know what it was. I don't know what it could have been to break me off like that so quick. There's a fish. I believe that's a gar. Oh, I think I foul hooked him. Well, I didn't mean to be snagging fish, but that's what the rooster tail wants to do. I guess that's what it's gonna do. I like catching gar, but I mean, I don't need to snag them to do it. Ugh. Guy does not want to be netted, which I mean, I guess is understandable. There we go. Whoop, he got himself back out. See, this is why we need a net man. Ha! It's a long-nosed gar. You know, I rarely get to see long-nosed gar. Where's my pliers? They're up here. They're just so much harder to catch than all the other types. And, you know, if this is what bit me the first time, it may make sense why it broke me off, because their mouth is just so narrow. Work on getting my hook out of this net first. There we go. Okay. Well, our first fish is a snag, which isn't really what we were trying to do, but really worked his face out of the net for me. You can see why they call them long-nosed gars. I may be able to get him back in. He's a slippery little guy. Ugh. Very slippery. Come on, buddy. It's all right. It's okay. Get you back down to the water. Whew, had to give him a toss. He was coming out of my hands. there's something. There's something. Is it off? It's off. Well, if it was a gar, that makes sense. Oop. Oh, there's got to be more than just gar cruising around here. I feel like that's all I'm getting bit by. I'm definitely getting bites, but they're just these real fast, quick hits that I... Oh, there's one. Well, maybe this one isn't a gar, because it's actually kept the hook in. Not fighting much, though. Oh, yeah. Not much head shakes to it either. Generally, you get a lot of head shakes from other fish. Oh, probably a gar because it looked like a long little wake. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a gar. Are you caught in the mouth at least? My whole video today is about snagging, I know, but it's not what I want to do right now. Oh, that's not a gar. Oop, that is... That's the silver carps we've come to catch. That apparently the rooster tail snags them just as well. Wait, is that in the mouth? There's no way you tried to eat that. You're a filter feeder. So I guess it's possible, I guess, since they just cruise around with their mouth open. I could have ran into it. You know, if he's caught in the mouth, I'm going to consider that a legitimate catch. Come here, stupid. Yeah, come on, jump up here. You almost did it once. I'd appreciate it if you do it again. Luckily, this guy ain't very big. I mean, he's still a pretty sizable little fish here, but he ain't that big. He's definitely hooked in the mouth, which is very strange. Like I said, these guys are filter feeders. Nope. Dang it. I think I got him. Yep. There we go. So I've done some research on these guys since last time I was here, and I've determined that these are silver carp, not big head carp, but still just as invasive and still gotta kill. Yeah, that's hooked like he tried to eat it. It is up inside his mouth, not like foul hooked on the outside of it. That confuses me, but wouldn't be the first time fish have had to change how they eat in order to survive. I'm thinking about these Asian carp, while they're so invasive and you have to kill them, is that they are just destroying ecosystems by eating all the food. And once all the food's eaten, they have to figure out what to do for other stuff. So we're gonna gill this guy. Just gonna take my ugly stick fillet knife, nice and new, and this, gotta cut through this little skin here, but the area between his two gill flaps here, just gonna slice right through that. Should bleed him out for a mostly humane death. Definitely more humane than letting him sit here and suffocate for like an hour. That felt like a bite, but it's not fighting like a bite. It feels like it's a bigger carp, which, come on, rooster tail, I know you're the greatest lure there is, but this is not what I want. Alright, I gotta put the rod down after this if I'm just gonna keep snagging carp on rooster tails. Are you a real fish or are you a carp? You look like a carp to me. But again, it's like he's caught in the mouth. Well, luckily he's not another massive one. This one won't be too bad to fight around. I just gotta let him work himself out here. Yeah, he's caught in the mouth again. They're eating this rooster tail. I believe that'll be Jacob coming over the bridge just in time for me to not want to be doing this anymore. Oh, stop it, you. Come on. Got him. Ugh. That's pretty good size. Ugh. I'm gonna weigh this sumbitch. Come here, you. Hooks in the net again. Barely in the fish. I think it bent my hook out. Well, let's get the scale out. I bet this guy goes, that's not the scale. I bet he goes about 8. Right there. You're dead, stop it. Oops. Zero this out properly. Alright, well. That in there. $9.14. Not bad. Almost 10 pounds. Alright, I'm gonna gill this guy too, and then we're gonna go help Jacob carry the cooler down. This rod. Alright, Jacob's here. We've got the cooler. He's already out there. Now I get to finally use my big rod. This is probably one of the bigger rods that I've gotten. I never use it. I bought this when I lived in San Diego on a boat. And it's an Ugly Stick Tiger 8-foot medium light. I've got a 100-pound, maybe 120-pound braid on it because it was designed to fish in the ocean. And then I've got it tied on to, I think, a 30-pound fluoro leader. And this has not been touched in about 6 years, so hopefully it still works just fine. Oh, and got, I think this is a 5 or 6/0 snagging hook with about a 1-ounce weight on it. So we're just gonna throw these.
My patented bail snap.
We're just gonna toss these out and hope to run into these fish on rods that are more appropriate for catching them than my light action. I've landed one fish on this rod. It was a 3-foot white sea bass that had spent about a week breaking me off every damn night hanging around the dock. And I finally got pissed off. Oh, you got one? All right.
I like that you can see just fins coming out of the water.
Oh, they'll start jumping too.
Are these the Asian carp that jump out of the water?
Yeah, they're silver carp. Well, I guess I'll be your net man because it's hard to land on your own. Oh yeah. Got him.
Nice.
There you go. You got your grips on you to weigh him. That one's the biggest one so far. What do you got?
10 pounds, 5 ounces.
All right, just about 10 and a half. A little under. Yeah, you cut the little line between their two sets of gills. That doesn't go through it very well.
I got my bait now, okay?
Here, good old ugly stick. That was working good last time.
There's no limit on these, right?
No, kill as many as we possibly can. So even after we're fill, I mean, we can still just be killing them to kill them. Oh, there we go.
I might not like that.
I mean, it's good for the environment.
It is.
We're helping the ecosystem here while getting an enjoyable fight.
They actually, I saw that they had a team that goes around and like harvests them just to try to get them out of the rivers.
They have I think it's in Illinois, but they have like a festival on the river where people just go out with whatever means they can to try to catch them while they're in the air jumping. This one feels pretty good. This is so much easier on the appropriate gear.
You can kind of just pull them in.
Yeah.
I was doing the saltwater like.
I was having to do that with the light action. We're gonna have to change up. Oh yeah, that's another good one. And look, you don't even have to get your boots wet. The water went down more than from when I was last here. Yeah, they'll dodge that net pretty well.
Actually, this one might fit the food. Let me see what's good.
All right. That looks like about another 10-pounder. Well, they should be snagging carp. Maybe I should do the, oh yeah, that kind of works. The tug retrieve. So that if you bump one, you just get right in it.
That feels like a real good way to wear out your arm.
Well, that's why I'm doing it at the hip. I got a big scale.
I bumped into one. And I hooked him. And he's off. Oh, it works, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's off. He's off. Nope, he's came toward me.
All right, well, I'll get the net. Well, again, we're not, you know, real fishing here. They look like they're after catfish. Got him. That's a little one. There you go. Jacob's hooked up to a good one. I just got myself rigged up with my 6.6 medium ugly stick elite. Got a different style of hook on here, but we'll get to that in a minute, I guess.
I didn't realize you brought your elite as well.
I always have my elite. I've always got my elite and my ugly tough with me.
What size ugly tough? Oh wait.
The rod.
I didn't bring mine because I already had two other big rods.
I brought several big rods. I brought my big ocean rod. I brought my 7-foot medium heavy.
Is that ocean one the one that doesn't break down?
Yeah, that's a one piece 8-foot rod. It barely fits in the Jeep. You know, that's about the same size as the other ones we've been catching. He's just
feistier.
Yeah, maybe it's because it's a smaller rod.
Well, the last one I caught was on this rod and he just didn't fight.
Yeah.
So you never know.
You know, I meant to take some ibuprofen while I was up at the Jeep. Probably would really help this damn shoulder of mine.
I was about to say, I've got some, but it's in the Jeep.
Yeah. Well, if one of us goes back up there, we can grab it. Yep. Yeah, it's about another 10-ish. There you go. Now I can get my rod back out there. Ugh. So, my new rig here, again, ugly stick 6.6 elite. We've got a 6/0 just empty treble hook, and I'm putting a little 1/4 ounce weight on the top of it. Just give it a little bit extra casting distance, hold it in the water a little better. But this should be much easier. Oh yeah, way easier on my shoulder. Just casting that other rod hurts. Oop, there we go, right into one.
Aren't you cast?
Oh yeah.
This guy's good weight.
Don't let him back in the water. I think those guys switched out to our tactic too. It looks like they got one.
I mean, I don't blame them.
Actually, I think that's a catfish, actually.
You got a catfish?
No, they do. It looks like a pretty good one, like maybe 5 or 6 pounds. Maybe you ought to get a tie line out there. Just cut a big flank off of one of those guys. They're tough to cut. They got
steak knife, pretty good.
Oh yeah, and I mean my fillet knife is brand new, so it's sharp as hell. I went and got a new one because I couldn't find my eagle claw. I found the sheath, which means eventually I'm gonna cut myself.
It's probably somewhere, or you may have left it on the bank. I mean, that happens.
I don't take that with me. That's basically my package opening knife. Ugh, this guy's not wanting to come in.
Looks like they got the CNT rig there too. Full float.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they definitely make you fight for it more in that medium.
Yeah, but it's a hell of a lot easier than the light.
It really is. And I think it's more fun than the super heavy rod.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is a nice size one. This might be big fish of the day so far.
He's not over. I do not like the net.
No, and you got to be careful too, because you don't want to accidentally snag onto the hooks. It takes.
Don't want to break the net like your buffalo did.
Yeah.
That was huge.
Well, he was 30 pounds. There we go.
Oh yeah, he's a good one.
All right. Oh yeah, he's getting weighed. Come here, you bastard. On. Zeroed out.
I'm gonna guess about 14.
Nope. Not even big. Well, 9.15. So big fish of the day, but just barely.
He looks big.
He does. We'll get him dispatched and add him to the pile. Stay on. There we go. I think I got this one good enough.
Give him that swimming room.
The hardest part of this is just getting him in the dang net.
Swim backwards somehow.
Yeah, they turn really well.
I thought we had him pinned on that rock and he had no point to slip into the net. I was wrong.
Yeah, they'll flip around on you in an instant. There we go.
A little lighter.
All right. There's one.
Oh, you got him right in the gill.
Well, good. That'll make it easier to kill him. That was one of the easiest nets we've had. It's another.
By the way,
These guys are all
is
pretty decent.
that a sinker?
Yeah, I threw it up here earlier.
Oh.
There's another one around here somewhere that I found.
It was a pleasant surprise when as soon as it lands.
Yeah.
Oh, we still up.
Got another one.
Nope, came off.
Ugh.
Nope.
Still there? Just coming at you?
Wait, I don't know.
Nope, it definitely off.
And I'm definitely casting. Definitely didn't cast as far, but barely. I still cast where I needed to.
Now I say it every time that it's a good one, but every one of these damn fish is good.
I was say, compared to what we normally catch, they are all good.
Yeah, like normally the biggest fish we catch is like 2 pounds.
I might.
There you go.
I might reposition it more down there.
It's wanting to go that way anyway.
Yeah. And that way it's easy.
Just in time. This one doesn't feel super big. Well, maybe I was wrong. He didn't like when I said that. Honestly, he doesn't look that much bigger than
the same.
all the other ones. This one's just real feisty, I guess. Maybe it's because of where I've got him hooked.
Yeah, I think he could swim really well with the hook right there.
But he wore out really well too. All right, we're done for the day. What time is it? 10 o'clock. So 3 hours about. We got 15 carp. I also caught a gar, so that was cool. And we also filleted them all up. Got them loaded up in the cooler. Tons of bait, so we shouldn't have to rely on buying shrimp constantly. And I think we're gonna head out to either the Mississippi River or the White River. We're right by both of them. Try some of these fresh fillets out. So stay tuned, because you might see a video if we end up catching anything. If not, see ya.